Hello, hello there. Hey guys. I was about to head out for the day and then it started pouring down rain. So I thought, well, you know what? Why don't I just jump on and do this video I was planning for later in the week? So if any of you got my email, if you're on my email list, I sent out the weekly newsletter. And one of the things I mentioned is that I am always doing some sort of month-long health commitment. So a cleanse or taking something out of my diet or, something of that nature. Maybe it's more of a, an activity, going to the gym or something like that. But I'm always giving myself a goal to increase my health each month. And so this month is the month of no coffee. And that one has always been really, really tough for me. I can cut out pretty much anything and not really be bothered by it. Maybe, a couple days of feeling detox symptoms, but when I give up coffee, I really feel it. So I wanted to share with you guys how I'm going about it this time. And it doesn't make it a walk in the park, but it makes it doable. And I just kind of wanted to share the journey throughout the month so y'all can see when it is that I start to feel energetic again, right? I'm on day 4. And for the first time, yesterday I felt pretty good when I woke up. For the first time this morning, I really wasn't even thinking about drinking coffee, which is great. But I'm still getting those energy dips throughout the day. So let me just go through what it is that I'm doing. And that way, if you've ever wanted to try and do without coffee or your wake up routine is not the best, then this should help you. So the first thing that I do is I drink my packet of Ningxia Red, which is this little guy right here. Okay, so I've showed y'all before the big bottle of Ningxia Red, and you can buy it in a big bottle or you can buy it in packets. I've been buying it in packets for a while, mostly because during the winter time they recommend that because the glass bottle can break if it freezes, right? And since I live up north, I didn't want that to happen. But the packets are actually a little bit less expensive to buy. I think they come in a 30-pack box, or you can get, if you're on Essential Rewards, there's actually a Ningxia Red Essential Rewards order, which is the best deal. And then that could be most of your Essential Rewards order for that month. And that would get you some of the freebies too. So that's cool. But anyway, so the packet is nice because it has 2 ounces exactly in here. And that is what they recommend taking. So rather than doing a shot glass or trying to figure out how much 2 ounces is in the big bottle, you just take this whole thing, right? And toss out the package. So what is the deal with Ningxia Red? When I first started with Young Living, this is what everybody was talking about. Ningxia Red, Ningxia Red, Ningxia Red. You need it, you need it, you need it. And I just thought, well, anytime someone tells me I need something, I'm automatically resistant. It is in my nature. So it has to be proven to me. I don't just jump on bandwagons. But I won some free Ningxia Red, I think, in one of my groups. There was some sort of a contest, and I won 2 free bottles. And so I tried them for a month, and I was like, oh, this is nice. This feels good. And then I ran out, and then the next month, about 5 days in, I was like, I feel like crap in the morning. And I'm drinking more coffee, et cetera, et cetera. And I thought, uh-oh, that Ningxia Red really does work. So since then, I've been ordering it every month. And if I go on vacation and forget it, I can tell that I'm having to drink more coffee. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to feel beholden to any sort of, any sort of substance to make me feel good that I know is harming my body. So coffee is not great for you. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not great for you. And I don't want to be addicted to it. So I'm going off of it this month, and here is why Ningxia Red is such a big deal, especially if you don't want to have to rely on caffeine in the morning. This really helps you start your day right because of the incredibly high antioxidant value. So what's in Ningxia Red are the Ningxia wolfberries, and wolfberries are one of the highest foods on the antioxidant scale, which is key. I mean, we all know that antioxidants are good for us, and I could go into oxidative stress and all this stuff and all the food that we're eating, which is causing this. That's a very long conversation. If you have questions, I'll answer them for you. But we all know antioxidants are great for us, right? And they help our body to function at a higher level. The other thing, so in here is the wolfberry. Then there's also a bunch of other juices that are really good for you. Blueberry, plum, sweet cherry. Could also talk about how good cherries are for you at length. Aronia, and pomegranate. We all know pomegranate is also high antioxidant. Hey there, how are you? It's also high antioxidant content. And so all of those juices already, then you add the essential oil blend, right? So there's grapeseed extract, then orange oil, yuzu, lemon, and tangerine. Okay. Citrus oils are so cool because of the D-limonene in them. That's one of the main factors in there that is so great, and that you could look up D-limonene-A, and you could find a wealth of information about how awesome that compound is. But it basically, digestion, basically moving food along in your digestion, and also gallbladder health detox, which is so key for me. I've told y'all over and over again that my liver gallbladder is one of my trouble areas. And so I use lemon oil in my water anyway in the morning, but I'm already getting extra of all of the D-limonene in the Ningxia Red, which is great. So this little guy, as soon as I wake up, okay, just chug that down and then drink a glass of water, or whatever your morning routine is. Then, okay, I am not going cold turkey with the caffeine, right? I don't think that is, it just doesn't work for me, okay? So I can go cold turkey with almost anything, but I would just be in bed all day long if I went cold turkey without coffee. And I want this to be easy for me. I want it to be easy for you guys if you want to get off coffee. So I'm doing tea instead. So I've had Earl Grey tea in the morning, and then maybe in the evening, like a watered down, like a really watery other tea that has caffeine in it. But most I've just been having herbal teas, like ginger tea or cinnamon tea, or, you know, I have some of the nice like loose leaf teas with flowers and stuff like that in them. So different teas throughout the day, because I love to drink hot beverages. I like to drink when I work, right? And so having that feeling of drinking something warm, especially since it's still cold, even though it's spring, is really helpful. And it's telling my body, you know, I'm comforted. I'm having the thing that makes me feel good, but it's not all that caffeine. And most of the time I only drink 1 cup of coffee in the morning. But if I go through phases where I'm not sleeping enough as many hours as I want, or I'm going to bed late, then sometimes I'll drink a second cup of coffee later, which is not great for you, right? So anyways, all of that to say, what I've been doing is having, you know, a regular old size cup of tea, right? And then in that, adding 1 drop each of lemon, more lemon, because you can never have enough, okay? Lemon and cinnamon bark and thieves. Now, I already explained what is so amazing about lemon and why I use it every day. Thieves, we all know, is fantastic for immunity support, right? So we just went through the winter cold season. Now I'm hearing people tell me about the spring colds that they're having, okay? Thieves needs to be in your cabinet at all times. It's one of the oils that comes in the premium starter kit, and that is why it's in all the cleaning products that you can get from Young Living. And it's just so fantastic for you. What is in here is clove, lemon again, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So I'm basically taking thieves and I'm boosting the lemon and I'm boosting the cinnamon bark. Now, a lot of that is for flavor, but also because I really love using lemon oil for my particular body systems. But then cinnamon bark, which is really, really great for blood flow support, so supporting the circulatory system. And then also, it also has a really high immune support content. It's very warming. It tastes delicious. Cinnamon oil is very, very, very hot oil. So don't put it on your skin, or if you want to be adventurous and try a lot of carrier oil. But the easiest way to get cinnamon oil into your body is to do it internally. And again, y'all all know this, but only the Vitality oils, only the ones that are labeled this way, or their counterpart that's in another colored bottle, it will still be the same oil, but these are labeled for internal use, okay? And don't use any other company's oil internally, because it has not been approved by the FDA and you don't know what's in it. So please, please, please only use the Vitality oils internally. But all of these are thieves, cinnamon, and lemon are all fantastic Vitality oils. They make your tea taste amazing, and they're boosting your system. So you're getting a boost to your system while you're drinking a little bit of caffeine, but not nearly as much as you would have gotten in the, I make really strong coffee. So in the incredibly strong coffee that I make. Okay, that is all in the morning, right? As I'm waking up, doing my gratitude journal, doing my meditation, doing my morning reading, study, whatever I'm doing, all of that happens then. Then in the afternoon, the first 2 days, I took really long naps because I can, which is one of the amazing things about owning your own business, right? I can still get a 12-hour day in with 2 naps in the middle. But if you don't have time for that, and the past couple of days I felt better, so I have not needed the nap, grabbing another oil that is for energy and focus to help you keep going, right? So we have right here, Energy, which is one of the newer blends that I've started using, and it is incredible. It has rosemary, juniper, lemongrass, nutmeg, balsam, clove, and pepper. So a lot of warming, a lot of awakening, a lot of cleansing oils. It smells amazing. So this would be a good one if you wanted to put in the diffuser, right? If you just wanted to have it in the room to smell, or you can put it on topically. Somebody asked me the other day, maybe when I posted my video about my morning oil routine, they were asking, do I use a diffuser? Do I put it on topically? Like, what do I usually do? I usually put the oils straight on me. I don't sit still very often unless I'm, like directly sitting on my computer. But most of the time, I'm in one room, I'm in another room, I'm in another room, I'm going out somewhere, I'm running to the post office, right? I put the oils right on me. Or I wear a bracelet that has the wood beads or the diffuser beads, or I wear a necklace that has diffuser beads, right? So I put it on my person. But I do have a diffuser, and if I'm sitting it down and doing a live for an hour, live video, or if I'm going to be at the computer for a long time, then I will use a diffuser. So you can do them either way. I also don't tend to use much carrier oils, but that's not to say you shouldn't. I test them on my skin, and if they don't bother me, I just do them neat because it's easier. But you can always use coconut oil or grapeseed oil or olive oil if you want to put them directly on your skin, but you have more sensitive skin than me. So either way you want to do that. Generally with these ones to wake you up, you want to put them around your neck, around your jawline, temples, right base of your spine, all around here. You want to be breathing that in and waking up your brain. The other one, if you just want to use oils from your starter kit, right, then you can use frankincense, which is one of the grounding and focusing oils. So it's going to help you to kind of reel it in and get some focus on the project that you're trying to get done. But energy is nice because it's also got the uplift. So peppermint is another really uplifting one. So if you wanted to be doing this just with things from your starter kit, okay, Ningxia Red, lemon, thieves, frankincense, peppermint are all going to be your friend for getting rid of that coffee need. So I am feeling much, much better today, and I'm going to keep you guys updated on how long it takes me. Everybody's different, but how long it takes me to wake up and feel like, yeah, I'm ready to go and I don't need the coffee. If you have any questions, let me know. The past things that I've done, if you have questions on other things, I've done a lot of cleanses, but I did a January cleanse. February, I was focusing on making sure I did the Ningxia every single day. March was no cheese. I'm doing no dairy for 120 days. So if you're curious about that, ask me that too. I'm also doing only grass-fed beef and wild-caught fish. So I'm basically vegan at this point for a while because I want to see how my body reacts to having only high-quality food put in it, only organic food, and only food that I know where it came from. So I am always happy to answer any questions about my own personal health journey. I don't share that much about it, but I want to start sharing more because I know that you guys will have questions, and I want to help you with anything I can. So those are all of the things. I have left in the comments, hey Michelle, I left in the comments a link to learn more about Ningxia Red. If you want to learn about any of these oils, okay, or the Ningxia Red, go to that link. That puts you on my website, and then you can just search or go through the catalog that has all the oils and read about every single one. But D-limonene for the lemon oil, right? You have the immune properties of thieves and cinnamon and the blood flow properties. You have the antioxidants and the D-limonene and the Ningxia Red, which is going to get your whole body system to start working and to work at a higher level. And then do some caffeinated tea and rather than the coffee. So I'm still getting that hot beverage feel. And then as we get into spring, hopefully it'll be easier because then I won't really need the hot beverage. So anyway, I'll jump off now. If y'all jump on later, or Michelle, if you want to watch this back, if you have any questions, let me know. Definitely click the link in the top to read all about Ningxia Red. I would have just read the whole thing to you because it's like incredible, all the detail that they have about how amazing this drink is. But it would just take too long and it'd be easier for you to read it yourself. So love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and put the questions in the comments below, and I will talk to y'all later. Have a great week. Bye.